This is James Corbett of the Corbett Report, and today I'm joined by Robert Wanek, a 15-year-old 9/11 truth activist and member of We Are Change Minnesota, who has become well known on YouTube for his take on injustice at the hands of his staff and faculty at the Breckenridge High School in Minnesota. He runs the information website nwoalert.com and is currently working on a short documentary entitled Education or Indoctrination. Robert Wanek, thank you for joining me today on the Corbett Report.
I appreciate you having me as a guest.
So explain to us some of the different techniques that the school has been using for indoctrinating the students.
Well, they tell students up front that when you walk in the doorway, you leave all your rights at home. No free speech. You're subjected to unwarranted search and seizure. They have drug dogs in monthly, and they take all your items. They can tear your items apart, do whatever if you're suspected to have drugs. And they have been attempting to teach us the New World Order in our American history book.
Tell us about that particular part, the New World Order in the textbooks.
Well, Chapter 33 of my American history book says America in the New World Order, and it points out how NAFTA is a huge benefit to our alliances, which we all know is a part of the New World Order, NAFTA, and the NAFTA superhighways had talks, and it talks about how terrorism is a growing epidemic on American streets, and how terrorism is on the rise, and it basically says that, it's the main focus. And we all know that I don't see any terrorism on the streets of America any more than anyone else does, and they talk about how they need to crack down on the war on drugs, which is already a failure, and basically everything that the New World Order is carrying out is being promoted in this chapter as a good thing, just to get the students thinking when they hear New World Order that it's positive and not negative.
Very frightening indeed. Well, I suggest that my listeners check out nwoalert.com to find out more information about some of the things that you've been through in your school. Well, tell us about your involvement with We Are Change Minnesota.
Well, I'm a member of We Are Change Minnesota, and I live about 3 hours away from all of the other members. As I live on the North Dakota border, they live in Minneapolis, St. Paul, the bigger cities. What they do is they go and they confront big-time politicians. They do the dirty work, the big jobs. And what I'm left to do is educate the youth in schools. It gives a new side to We Are Change. We all see the confrontations, but with We Are Change Minnesota, I'm helping the students get involved and helping the students wake up. But at the same time, we can still affect change by confronting public officials.
We certainly can. In fact, there's many ways of trying to get the truth out, and organizing in the schools is an extremely important one. Excellent. Well, tell us more about your website, nwoalert.com.
Well, I had the website noneocons.com, which the domain name was revoked, and I had to change it to nwoalert.com, which is basically a mixture between activism and news. Mainly a news-driven website where I just post stories pertaining to the New World Order, and, you send me something, you get it at 911blogger@live.com, I'll feature it on the site. That's basically it, just stories that pertain to the New World Order, and it's actually been blocked by my school. The access to it has been blocked because the site's been deemed inappropriate. Although it's no different than the New York Times, it's just news stories. But they're already working to stop it. So we're getting to them with the website.
Well, of course, the high school is afraid of the internet now that they've seen what it's capable of and what you're capable of, putting out your YouTube videos. So, again, it is setting an excellent example. But let's step back for a moment, Robert Wanek, and let's talk a little bit about the school system in general. Of course, as you and I both know, there's very little that a student can do to get out of the system once you are placed into it. But what are some ways that you think people can start to fight against the system and try to make a difference at their local level?
Well, a main thing that is really successful is using a YouTube or any other user-based video site like Live Video, Live Leak, whatever you choose, but YouTube seems to get the most traffic. What you do is, if you see something wrong with your school, voice your opinion in a video. people flock to these videos because they're concerned with the current education system, which is obviously failing the youth. It's obviously failing America in general. Education is lacking. That's no question. The second thing you can do, hand out DVDs pertaining to the New World Order and how people are being brainwashed and how schools help brainwash it. If you want, download a video of New World Order in a textbook, and then download information about the New World Order, burn it to a DVD. Students take these DVDs because they are open-minded. They haven't been fully indoctrinated and brainwashed like more adults have, and there's still some hope left. So if you basically information is the key, and the one thing you don't want to do is fight back violently against the system. If your school is really trampling on your rights and getting under your skin, you don't want to do anything you'll regret. Like, don't slander the school. Don't do anything like that. Be peaceful about it. So whenever they try to infringe on my rights, what I do is I peacefully take it to the internet, ask people to give their opinions, and I don't incite violence or hate or anything. But it's successful. People can see that the school is violating outside of my rights.
Well, it is successful, and it's very inspirational for others, I think, to see the example that you're setting with your battles with the Breckenridge High School and what one student can do to help transform the system. Well, Robert Wanek, tell us once again about the website and your email address for people who want to get in touch, and how can people support you in your efforts?
Well, you can go to NWOalert.com and just spread these videos around. All you need to do is spread these videos around to open-minded people. They will spread them in turn, and before you know it, you will have hundreds upon thousands of people that get the message. And a big way is just subscribing to my videos on YouTube. My YouTube channel, if you type in Robert Wanek, you'll get a flurry of video results. You click on the channel name, Insane Scare 007, and subscribe so you can get the information when it first comes out, and you can be effectively spreading it. And another way is getting involved yourself. I see thousands of people commenting on my videos with 1,000 comments, videos with almost 3,000 comments. But what you guys need to do is, it's great to comment on the videos, rate the videos and favorite them, get the channel spread, but you need to get out there and make your own videos. It's you that affects the change you want to see in the world. You, after all, are youth, and you hold the future. So you're going to need to do the stuff I'm doing, and you can affect just the same amount of change, if not bigger.
That's a very important and a very positive message, and I certainly hope people will take that to heart. Robert Wanek, finally, how about your future? Do you think there's a future in politics for you?
Well, you'd always like to think that you can become a senator or a congressman and get inside the system and change it from inside, like Ron Paul, Dennis Kucinich, Mike Gravel, Cynthia McKinney, etc. They're trying to do from inside the system. But pending if there is a future of America, that would be something to look into, because once you are prominent like a senator or a congressman, you get your TV time on the major networks. You can turn the tables, flip the system around. If I could get into a political office, and it takes one person to throw a wrench in the entire system. So you never know. It could happen.
All right. Well, we look forward to seeing what you do next. And Robert Wanek, I'd just like to say, for a 15-year-old, you're incredibly articulate, and what you're doing is very inspirational and exciting. And so I'd just like to salute you from one info warrior to another here at the Corbett Report. We're completely behind what you're doing and look forward to all your future work.
Thank you. And we look forward to seeing the final installments of Al-Qaeda Doesn't Exist.
All right. Well, I'll try to get it out as soon as I can. Well, we look forward to education or indoctrination and all your future work. So thank you once again for joining us today on the Corbett Report.
Thank you.